What's up everybody, my name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today we're talking the top anticipated sneakers of May 2023. So stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still supporting.
Alright man, I'm back with another video, man. Before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, I am back with another top anticipated sneakers of May 2023. Now, y'all know I do my very best to get this video out at the beginning of the month, every month, just so we have pretty much what we can anticipate throughout the month, whether we're gonna have some heat or not, and I feel like we're gonna have some coming, right? Okay, so without further ado, man, let's just go ahead and dive right in, right? Okay, now I'm gonna grab my handy dandy phone because a lot of sneakers coming out and the kid memory is gonna be all over the place. So let's just dive right in. First things first, May 1st, right? Okay, Nike is coming at us hard right off rip, and they're coming with some Nike LeBron Next Gen Light Orwoods, right? Okay, now this is anticipated May 1st. So for you LeBron heads out there, because there are a lot of people that collect LeBrons, you have that coming as well. Now, also coming right up on the list, we have a list of Air Jordan 1 Low AKOs, or just the KO. Now, we've argued over the past what that stands for, whether it was knockoff or knockout. We can debate that all day long. I don't think Nike themselves have officially came out and said what that actually stands for, but pretty much us in the sneaker world, we consider that like the poor man version of like an Air Jordan 1. So we got that coming in the Shadow colorway, a Kentucky colorway, which is not looking bad, right? Okay, so then right, we got the big banger coming up also on May 1st, which is the Kobe 4 Protro GG, right? Okay, now, okay, or you can call it the Mambacita, but I think they're gonna call them the GG because of what's written on the back of the heel as the street name. Now, I've already dropped my drip. I've already dropped a drip, flip, or skip on these guys, so you guys make sure you check that out as well. So this is also coming May 1st. I think they've already done like a sneakers pass on it. Now there may or may not be an exclusive access coming the day before that I drop this video, so I will say just kind of keep a heads up on your sneakers app for that, right? Okay, so moving right along, we're gonna keep scrolling right on. Now this one kind of threw me off guard. Now coming May 2nd is the Nike SB Dunk, and they're calling them the Gray Gum. Now this is also like that, what, the ISO version. Now I've already did a video on this like months ago, so I'm assuming, but I also in that video I remember, right, and I know they've already dropped overseas as well. I will say this shoe had a lot of like quality controls issues, so I'm assuming Nike may have pushed it back to get it quote unquote fixed, and now we're getting it right now on May 2nd. So again, I've already got a video up about this already because this was already supposed to be anticipated to drop. Well, I can't forget those guys as well, but of course, I think it's a nice neutral colorway, so I don't really want to bash the shoe or anything like that. So we're gonna keep it moving right along. Look like also on May 4th, we have some Nike Cortezes coming in a gorge green. Now, if you're a Cortez person, I know a lot of people like that. I think more so on the west coast side of things, but again, not a bad shoe. I have been saying this a lot, and I think a lot of us other sneakerheads have noticed this as well. Nike has been greening us to death. Like, we've been getting green after green after green, which that's what it all feels like pretty much last month, right? Okay, in April. Now, coming right along on May 4th, I do want to mention some New Balance. Look like they have the Amy on Dior and New Balance 1906, or yeah, I'm saying 1906R. You know, New Balance always put the numbers at the end of their shoe, which means the more the number, the better the quality, to the best of my knowledge. These are anticipated May 4th. Definitely want to touch on that and just bring it on because I don't want it to all be about Nike. We used to have Ye in the mix, but we know where Adidas and Ye is at right now, right? Okay, and I'm gonna just keep it moving right at that. Looks like also May 4th, we have the Nike LeBron 24 Horsemen. Now keep in mind, we just got the 4 Horsemen in the Air Force 1 colorway, where that was last month. So this is pretty much actually gonna be a LeBron 20, like a LeBron sneaker, not just the Air Force 1. May 4th, they hitting us again, right? Okay, is the Air Jordan 2 Cool Gray. Now, another thing I wanna bring up, I feel like Nike is pretty much Air Jordan 2ing us to death, right? Okay, and I'm kind of borderline, okay, we get it. Y'all want to sell the model, but y'all gonna have to, I'm gonna be honest, to keep it 100, other than like the OG colorways, like the Chicago's or the 2s, the collabs, they're hit or miss. And I think, I'm gonna say this right now, I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't really want to see an Air Jordan 2 without a collab attached to it, right? Okay, I think they, honestly, if I'm gonna keep it 100, I think they need to run it back on that Off-White collab as well. You know what I'm saying? It was okay, but at the same time, we only really looked at it because it was an Off-White. And I'm gonna keep it moving because nobody really talks about them as much anymore. Even though, honestly, you could probably obtain the shoe, you know, a little bit over retail. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it 100 with a little bit of negotiation. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep it moving right along. Now, Reebok steps up to the game, and pretty much the Reebok Question Mid, which is the Allen Iverson shoe, they're coming in a vintage red toe. Now, I will say this. I think that the Allen Iverson shoe, the questions are, you know, fire, but just keep it with the OG colorways, which they've already hit us with that. Just let it at that. These vintage reds, and they keep trying to do, it seems like they're doing a like soft rollout version of what Jordan Brand does to us, but I feel like sometimes you just got to let it stick with Jordan Brand. You know what I'm saying? But, and I'm not saying exactly, I don't know, don't quote me, but I mean, at the same time, they're making spin-off colors that, honestly, sometimes we just want the OGs, and we're still like that with Nike. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it 100. Moving right along, gonna keep scrolling. Looks like also May 6th, we have an Air Jordan 2 white cement. Now, I will say this, the Air Jordan 2 is to death already. Nike, we get it, we get it, we get it. But at the same time, like I said, this, I don't know. Cool gray or white cement, either way, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really checking for them, but I'm definitely gonna revisit it just in case. But these are anticipated May 6th. Also coming on May 6th, I have seen these thrown around in the Sold Out Discord. Shameless plug that should be pinned in the description and also in the comment section of this video. Sign up, it's free, man. And there's definitely a lot of information about sneakers over there and just overall, just general talk. But May 6th, we have the Air Jordan 1 OG Elephant. I will say this, Jordan Brand, go back to the drawing board, please. Yes, we love Jordan 1s, but at the same time, yes, it's gonna get attention and sell, but I don't see these selling out immediately. But again, I don't know. I feel like they could have, I think they're trying to hit it with like how we like the elephant print on the 3s, but sometimes you gotta let some stuff just stick with the 3s. Keep in mind, remember at the beginning of the year when we got those true blue 1s and it didn't stick? I feel like this is gonna be another shoe that's most likely not gonna stick. But that's just me, right? Okay, that's coming May 6th. Moving right along, also anticipated on May 6th. Now, I may butcher this name, so y'all feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. We got the Nike SB Dunk Jarritos. Correct me down in the comment section because I know my Spanish could use a little bit of work, probably a lot of work, right? Okay, but I'm working on it. Now, this is a shoe that pretty much, it starts out one color and you can peel it off and it exposes another color. So it's gonna be very versatile. I've already seen images floating around as well. I'm sure you have as well. Pretty much where some people have peeled one side but kept the other side the same way. It's inspired off, I'm presuming, that drink, right? Feel free to correct me down in the comment section, but I will have images coming up on the screen. These are anticipated May 6th. I will honestly say this, not a bad shoe, but we will revisit it with a drip, flip, or skip as we get closer to it. Now, I'm assuming they're probably gonna drop on skate shops first, and then Nike's gonna hit us on the sneakers app, but that's just going off previous experiences. I don't know. We'll handle that when we get closer to that release date. Now, coming up May 9th, we have another Nike SB Dunk, and these are calling the Desert Orchard, right? Okay, it's that two-tone like navy and like sand colorway shoe. I'm not here for it, but overall, we'll keep it moving. Not a bad shoe. We'll see how it goes. Now, May 10th, I have seen these floating around as well. I think Manny with the Kicks posted in the Sold Out Discord first, and it was the Nike Airship Every Game. Apparently, there's two colorways out there, but the only one that I seen at first was like that, like UNC colorway, which we seen Nigel Sylvester, which is the professional BMX rider. We seen him rocking those joints, but apparently there's also going to be a Chicago colorway as well. Now, both pairs, I will say this, not looking bad. I'm gonna be honest, they're not looking bad. I don't know, I would say retail wise, not looking bad, man. I don't have a pair of Airships. I wouldn't mind having a pair of Airships. Now, if you know the history behind the Airships, pretty much Michael Jordan the first shoe he played in was not the it was not the Air Jordan 1. You know what I'm saying? He played in the Airships first, if we're gonna get technical. Now, the shoe doesn't do what I guess Nike anticipated it to do like the Jordan 1s, but we know. It's just, you know, at the same time, the Jordan 1s just go harder. But at the same time, we're going to keep it moving right along. Also, let's see, look like we got another pair of LeBrons coming on May 10th. Pretty much is going to be the, these look like the LeBron 1s, but don't quote me on this. They're calling these the cemented. Let me see if I can get it on it real quick. They're calling these the cemented in history. Cemented in history. So I think these are a pair of LeBrons. I should have it coming up on the screen. Those are coming May 10th. So they may get there. I mean, you can't go wrong with a great shoe, but I don't see that it actually selling out, at least not quickly, right? Okay, moving right along again on May 10th, we have the Nike Dunk Low Valentine's Day. Why? Valentine's Day has already came and gone, man. I don't know if this is a restock or what, but it's already came and gone. Save it for next year. Just take the L. You know what I'm saying? May 11th, moving right along, we have the Air Jordan Low 11 in a yellow snakeskin, right? Okay. I'm gonna just keep it scrolling on that one, maybe for the ladies, you know. So I don't know how I feel about it. We're gonna definitely touch on it, but that is coming May the 11th. Look like again May 12th, we have a pair of New Balance 5550s. I feel like this is a low-key underrated shoe. Not a bad shoe in general, but I don't own a pair yet, but I definitely be glancing at them. But at the same time, by that time, I'm usually trying to catch something that I missed in the past. That's where I'm stuck at it now. May 13th, looks like we have, again, the Air Jordan 4 Thunders, right? Okay, now, if you haven't been living under a rock, they already did a shot drop on these last month, and seemed like almost everybody ate. I even did a poll up on my YouTube, up in the community tab. Looked like a lot of people caught W's, but there were still a lot of people that didn't catch W's. I will say this, I like the shoe. I think last time we seen it was back in 2012. Don't quote me on that, but we got them again coming up May 13th. A lot of people thought that because so many pairs shot drop that we wasn't gonna see another release, and I told you guys it was coming for sure. So I feel like this is gonna be that shoe that you should be able to get your hands on with a little bit of a footwork. Not saying it's gonna be an easy cop, but it's definitely gonna be not as difficult compared to some drops. But again, we got this coming May 13th. I will have Drip Flipper Skip coming up on that. Probably gonna be a good summer shoe if you ask the kid. Now, moving right along, we have May 18th. We have a Air Jordan 3 Lucky Green. Now, I feel like we've already seen a version of this already, to keep it 100. If we haven't, I mean, this only thing I can say that's different about this one compared to the one that I'm probably thinking of, it looks like it has that vintage like look of where they did it, like when they did the white cement 3s, like pretty much where it's like the pretty much seems like they're going that old school vintage look like they did with the Air Jordan 1s as well. You know, I'm kind of over the, you know what I'm saying? What am I looking for? I'm kind of over this whole like vintage look that they're trying to do. It worked on the Air Jordan 1s that we just got, the Chicago joints. I can't think of the name, the Lost and Founds. And then we got the Lost and Found 3s. And I feel like this is going to be the Lost and Found like Lucky Greens. Sorry, mine kind of lost it there, but yeah. I will say this, it's giving me the vibe of like a Lost and Found but a Lucky Green version. Now maybe for the Celtics fans and the Boston fans out there, maybe so is why they brought on and just probably threw this out there. This is coming May 18th. Personally, I'm borderline kind of getting sick and tired of the Lost and Founds. Like I said, looks good on the Jordan 1s, but I mean that's neither here nor there, man. So moving right along, May 20th, look like we have the Nike Dunk Gorge Green. Here we go, man. I feel like I've said green a lot already. Again, probably not as much as last month, but this month it's like they just went green crazy, man. I don't know where they're going with these, but this is a Nike Dunk Gorge Green, expected May 20th. Now, another thing expected May 20th, we got the Air Jordan 1 OG Spider-Man. Now, I will say this is like the 2.0, because when you think of this one, you can't help but think of the previous one they did. Now, that one I think is called the Origin Story, but we also call it the like Spider-Man as well. But I will say this, if I gotta choose between these or the OGs, we'll just say 1.0 versus 2.0. Honestly, I'm gonna say the 1.0 is kind of hit, and we just found out also, shameless plug again in the Sold Out Discord, a lot of people mad that we didn't catch that W on those guys, man. So pretty much we're anticipating this shoe, it's probably gonna sell out. Chicago vibes, not a bad shoe, but overall I wouldn't write home about it, only because I know about the 1.0s. I don't know, every time they do a spin-off version, I'm just never truly ever really completely impressed with it. Now, May 27th, moving right along, we have the Air Jordan 14 Laney. Now, I've seen people talking about those as well. Seems like the Laney always seems to do well whenever they drop those, so we'll see how those do. Moving right along, May 27th, we have the Air Jordan 1 variations of Nyjah. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I will have images up on the screen. Not a bad shoe. I can see this being good for summer as well, but I don't think it's gonna do what we think it's gonna do. So pretty much, I think also another shoe we just have pretty much anticipated for May 2023, but don't have exactly a date on these, but I'll just go ahead and mention it, is Air Jordan 5, the Dong Dan. They're like black and pink, so I see those floating around. I think I'm saying it right, Dong Dan. So we have those, but it don't have an actual date, and that pretty much closes out for May, man. So pretty much looks like we do have a lot of heat coming this month. All honesty, I don't know what I'm looking at. I will say those airships aren't looking bad, but I may just be chasing something else that I missed out a long time ago. But of course, y'all know if I catch it, I will do a video on that. So this pretty much wraps up the top anticipated sneakers for May 2023. Let me know down in the comment section which ones you're pretty much looking forward to this month and what you plan on copping. Other than that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing and stop rambling. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.